You join me today on the Trafford Park Estate, the first planned industrial estate in the world. It still to this day remains the largest in Europe, well over a century after it was built. The Trafford Park railway system, also known as the Trafford Park Estates Railway, is a disused railway network that ran around and within the industrial estate, serving many businesses over the years. The rail services officially stopped in 1998, although there is footage of container trains on part of the line in the last 10 to 15 years. However, today it is definitely defunct. At its peak, the estate's railway network had 26 miles of track, handling around 2.5 million tonnes of cargo in 1940 alone. Like the rest of the estate, it fell into decline during the 1960s, exacerbated by the increased use of road transport, and it was closed for the most part in 1998. We'll perhaps look in more detail at the railway as a whole another time, but today I wanted to show you two of the most confusing and unusual level crossings in the country. So you join me on Trafford Park Road, a stretch of track that's still in place. Most of the original network is now removed, covered over or overgrown, but some stretches of track still remain in relatively good condition. There was a parallel stretch of track on the opposite side of this road which was lifted many years ago, with only a couple of clues remaining that there was anything there in the first place. On this side of the road is a single track portion of rail that was part of a two-track stretch. The second track lay under what is now the pavement, and in fact where I'm stood is the site of a spur leading off to another large branch that has gone without trace. The rails are rusted, the sleepers are rotten, it's a disused railway, but you can't help but imagine the diesel shunters pushing carriages up and down this track in days gone by. As we head northwest, the line running up Trafford Park Road disappears and reappears from undergrowth and paved crossings until we reach Mosley Road and the site of another spur leading off elsewhere. Up ahead we see our first clue as to what lies further up the line, a set of extremely rare wigwag lights. These sit on a gantry high above the rails and form part of a driver-operated, open-level crossing system. These are usually found on lightly used railways and are properly known as trainman-operated crossings or TMOs. The train would stop at these lights and the driver would get out and manually activate the level crossing. Below the signal is this locked metal box which housed the controls for the driver to use, and once this signal lit up green, the driver knew that the crossing was active. There's another set of lights on the opposite side of the road at a lower level. Moving forward up the line, we come to this complex junction which is home to no less than another 6 sets of wigwag lights, all still in situ. This brings the total to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets of lights. There's 2 line-side cubicles at the side of the road with some additional unofficial signage which would have housed all the signalling electronics inside. Elsewhere on the line we come to the intersection of Ashbridge and the A576 and a section of track that emerges from the undergrowth down Ashbridge, across the A576 and onto Ashburton Road. This crossing is home to another 8 sets of wigwag lights. The track crosses the main road into more undergrowth where it disappears for a moment, forming a spur out onto Ashburton Road through yet another set of wigwag lights. So that's a look at 2 rare, unusual, confusing and disused level crossings on the Trafford Park Estates Railway. I know this video is out of the ordinary for this channel, but I did a video last year on a signal that's been lit on a disused line for over 30 years, and you seem to enjoy it. So if you've not seen it, I'll leave a link in the description and at the end. If you want to see more on the Trafford Park Estates Railway, then let me know in the comments below.